Hi guys, welcome to Nerd Bites, and this is going to be my spoiler review for Season 1 of Star Wars Rebels. Yes, I'm sorry it's late. Obviously Star Wars Rebels has been out for quite a while now, but I've only just managed to catch up watching them. I'm busy watching Season 3 at the moment, so I thought I've got to review Season 1 and 2, so I'm going to give you my quick thoughts about it. There will be a few spoilers in and out, but there's honestly not too much to spoil, so make sure you've obviously seen the season first. So, Star Wars Rebels, coming off the back of Star Wars Clone Wars, a series I really enjoyed it. It was a bit kind of stupid at the start, but it got better and darker as time went on and really gritty. And now we're starting with Rebels. It's obviously a few years before New Hope, or a few years before Rogue One, and it's building on these smuggler characters, and they run into this kid called Ezra, and obviously one of the smugglers is a Jedi, which is Kanan, which I think is probably my favourite character, to be honest. I love Kanan, he's a cool character. He's kind of unbalanced, he's not meant to be a Jedi Master, but he kind of has no choice, because obviously Ezra's kind of with the Force, and he wants to train him, and that is kind of the main story arc of this season. It's obviously the smugglers, but it's mainly those two kind of connecting and master and apprentice type feel. But overall this season, yeah, it was just a little bit of light-hearted fun. As time went on, it got a little bit more serious. The last few episodes really was quite awesome. The Inquisitor, I quite like that character. It had Lucius Malfoy as the voice. I think that was perfect casting, because he just has that presence in his voice. The lightsaber thing with it spinning round, a double lightsaber, that was a bit crazy, but yeah, it was cool. It was a cool dynamic to see a different lightsaber, and it puts a stamp on the Inquisitors. It's like, well, the Inquisitors have those lightsabers. It doesn't mean that they're Sith. It just means that that's their stamp. That's their bit, really. The other characters were all really quite cool. Zeb, I quite liked. Chopper, the little droid, was awesome. Just this cocky, arrogant little droid, little arsehole, basically. And then you've got Sabine as well. I quite liked her. She's Mandalorian. I think you figure out some more stuff with her later on in the seasons. But yeah, I mean, the season was good. I mean, we had a lot of cool moments in it. It had a cater to a lot of nostalgia as far as Star Wars is concerned. The way they shot everything with like TIE fighters or Star Destroyers, and the way that they shot it as if it was a Star Wars movie, and that I quite like. I like Ghost as well. The ship, it was obviously a first blueprint design for the Millennium Falcon when they first made the first film. Obviously they decided to use that. There's one thing I've noticed with this season as well, and for the following seasons, that they do that a lot. They've picked a load of bits and bobs that they had as blueprints or concept art for the first original films, and they've used them in this, and I think that is awesome. I think Chopper was even a concept art for R2-D2 at one point, and that's a cool thing. It caters to more nostalgia. It kind of really gets into that gritty lived-in feel when they're pulling from that kind of from that archive. All characters kind of get their time to shine at one point. You've got Zeb, you get a bit more of a backstory with him and the Admiral guy, whatever his name is, that he killed one of his kind of race, and his race doesn't really exist anymore. That was a cool kind of little twist. Syndulla and Kanan seem to kind of be in a relationship, but not really. That I can't really figure out. I think they are in a relationship, I'm not too sure, but it makes it feel like it is. The tension's there if they're not, Jesus. Yeah, finale fighting off the Inquisitor, and he dies as well, which is weird. I didn't think they'd kill him off. I thought he'd stay for a bit longer, to be honest. But no, he kills him off, he falls down and dies, and didn't expect that to happen. And then you've got that final thing where Ezra's put all these little bits and bobs together, because he finally gets a Kyber crystal, puts all these bits and bobs together from what was inside the ship, and makes his own lightsaber, but it's also a blaster, which I think's cool. It kind of, that works for his character. I like that. For the character that he is at this moment in time, the young kind of kid that kind of got around by using blasters and stuff like that, is used that as well as having a lightsaber to train, so he's got one foot in both worlds, and I think that works with that lightsaber. It caters to his character, absolutely. Overall guys, season 1 for me was, a lot of it was kind of light-hearted, but then there was some really cool story arcs in there. Obviously the last few episodes were a lot more gritty and, you know, serious and more epic. So I would say, yeah, it's definitely worth watching, and it kind of continues that story, and you know, I quite enjoy it. If you love Star Wars, I think you're going to like it. You're not going to come away disappointed, and yeah, you've got to realise it is for kids, but there is still some enjoyment to be had with us adults, absolutely, because some cool characters, and it's Star Wars at the end of the day. If we love Star Wars, we're going to like it, to be honest. There's some good to be found in any kind of Star Wars thing, even the Phantom Menace, which is saying a lot. So yeah, overall I think it was a good season, and I think it's fair to give it 3 stars. Don't forget as well, I will be reviewing Star Wars Rebels Season 2, so keep a lookout for that. It will come a couple of days after this, and then obviously once Season 3 is over, I will of course review that as well. So that's what I thought of Season 1 of Star Wars Rebels. What did you think about it? Let me know down in the comments or send me an email. You can also find me on the various social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, moviepilot.com. Just type in Nerdbytes anywhere and I'm sure you'll find me. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share my videos. And of course, keep it nerdy.